皆さん、こんにちは。みーさチャンネル、資格ハンター編です。最新の英語ニュースを読み上げますので、英語の試験勉強やスキルアップにご活用ください。
Brazil passes 100,000 coronavirus deaths. By VOA News. Updated August 9th, 2020, 8:15 a.m. A woman looks at Brazilian actor Fabio de Almeida, disguised as death to raise awareness of the importance of wearing face masks and keeping social isolation to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus in Formiga, Brazil, on August 7th, 2020. Brazil has the second country in the world to pass 100,000 deaths from the coronavirus, second to the United States, which has more than 162,000 deaths. President Jair Bolsonaro said last week he had a clear conscience despite the toll. Bolsonaro himself survived COVID-19 last month and said he had done everything possible to save lives. Because of insufficient tests, experts say, the number of Brazilians with the virus could be 6 times higher. The United States has more coronavirus cases than any other country, nearing 5 million, according to Johns Hopkins University. Brazil follows with more than 3 million cases. India has the third most cases with more than 2 million. In the U.S., the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation released a model Thursday, predicting nearly 300,000 deaths by December 1st if Americans don't start consistently wearing face masks. A man with a long beard wears a vest with the U.S. flag on the back as he walks on Main Street during the 80th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally on August 8, 2020 in Sturgis, South Dakota. Masks are not required at the event. IHME Director Dr. Christopher Murray said in a statement that if 95% of Americans started wearing masks, more than 66,000 lives would be saved. Mexico's health ministry reported nearly 6,500 new COVID infections Saturday, and almost 700 deaths. Mexico follows only the U.S. and Brazil in the numbers of COVID deaths. Mexico has more than 46,000 COVID deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University data. In France, the government ordered face masks be worn outside in busy areas, except around some tourist sites, including the Eiffel Tower, starting Monday. The government said its tourism industry has lost at least 30 to 40 billion euros in the immediate impact of the health crisis. The French are participating massively in the revival of the tourism sector by favoring France, and 70% of those who have gone on vacation have chosen to stay in their country, said the Secretary of State Tourism, Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne, in an interview with the journal Du Dimanche. A man who was detained for not complying with COVID-19 regulations by breaking curfew and being out on the street drinking is disinfected with an alcohol solution in Caracas, Venezuela, on August 8, 2020. New mask mandates went into effect Saturday in Britain, where people are now required to wear masks in most indoor settings. In England and Scotland, masks must be worn in places of worship, banks, libraries, and in many other indoor places. Masks were already required in shops and on public transit, but more stringent measures were imposed to contain a surge in coronavirus infections in Britain after easing lockdown requirements. Travelers arriving in Germany from most non-European countries and regions within the European Union with high infection rates must now undergo testing for the coronavirus. Travelers from high-risk areas were previously required to self-quarantine for 14 days, or until they can produce a negative test. Australia recorded 404 new cases Sunday, 10 in New South Wales, and 394 in Victoria. 17 deaths were reported in Victoria. New Zealand reports it has experienced 100 days of zero community transmission of the coronavirus.
以上で、今回のミーサチャンネルは終了です。最後までご視聴いただきまして、ありがとうございました。よろしければ、高評価とチャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。